Now we are getting into the physical realm light spectrums of the physical pillar. Okay, so you only see about 1% of your reality, but you claim to know it all. The only thing that I know is that I don't know it all. And some people might say inherently that my inheritance is arrogance, and I just don't have arrogance. I don't have an ounce of arrogance to be able to be arrogant because of my inheritance, and I realize that I only see 1% of reality, and that's the only thing that I know. I only know one thing, and that's that I don't know shit. Okay, and so that's the big thing about this. Now, and I still know a lot. That's the crazy part. That's crazy. That's the actual crazy part. Is like, you know, confidence to an unconfident person might come off as arrogance to that person who's perceiving through those light spectrums because they're looking at it from a low vibrational point of view, which is exactly what we're speaking on, which is the physical realm light spectrums. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, ultraviolet, red. Okay, so red. So there's this thing in frequencies where it goes red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, or infrared, which is below, red light therapy, okay? Infrared sauna. Then there's ultraviolet, which is, you know, like going to a tanning salon, or going out into the sun, or attracting UV rays, or melanin, okay? Or 9 ether beings. And then obviously 6 ether beings. 6 ether beings are going to be red, up into like blue, depending on where you are. Okay, so natives are going to be the blue, the indigo, and the purple, the ultraviolet. They're going to be in those frequencies, the more melanated. I'm not segregating or separating. I'm actually stating exactly what it is vibrationally. Now, there are anomalies and there are idiosyncrasies that there are beings who are born in infrared red, so darker DEMON, I don't say it anymore, IC. They might be in those types of frequencies, and they can transmute that negativity, that negative red vibration, okay? And they can actually cultivate and transmute, alchemize that miraculously, musically, and magically into a higher vibration, into the ultraviolet frequency, which is generally going to operate at the 741, the 852 hertz, and the 963 hertz, rather than operating in the 369 hertz or the 417 hertz or the 528 hertz. Okay, none of these frequencies are bad, inherently bad, but ultimately, if you are here, then you can also be here. That is ultimately what it is saying, and it's also saying that there is a proper weight and light unification and separation of light. Okay, so certain light spectrums are heavier and certain light spectrums are lighter. Okay, so there's this thing in Egypt where they weigh your life, and they say if your life is lighter than a feather, then you move into the higher realms. If your life is lighter than a feather, okay, and so ultimately that is like the judgment day. So it's about living more powerfully from spirit than in flesh and from ego. So your ego, yeah, the heart, the feather. I mean, your heart is a very light frequency thing. Now, it doesn't matter about the logistic. It's really just an analogy. Obviously, I don't think that's even like a physical heart or a physical feather. It's more a realization and an actualization that cultivating your self-transcendence, your self-actualization is above your ego. Your ego is the feather. Your ego is the heart. Your ego is the electromagnetic. Your ego could be positive and negative. It could be man after God's own heart, David, you know, who was a shepherd, who became a king, and then obviously became an adulterer, and all these other different types of things, and then redeemed himself, okay? And that is the cultivation of the positive and the negative, okay? The positive and the negative. And you could see the balance of the upright pyramid and the downright pyramid, the reverse pyramid, okay? And then you could see the correlation between the Star of David, okay, the Star of David, the Merkaba field, okay, and Anahata. They're all interconnected and they're all connected to the heart, and they have 12 petals, 12 representing the 12 zodiac, the 12 disciples, the 12 cranial nerves, okay, the 12 bodily systems, the temple. Okay, the 12 of the 12, which is 144,000, which is also in alignment with the 12 zodiac, the 12 disciples going around what? The sun, surrounding the sun. Jupiter, 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 Jupiter. Okay, it's the main one that you see in the sky. Saturn, Saturnalia, Saturn, Satan. Lead, Saturn. Gold, sun, son of God. That means that our sun has a dad, it has a father. That sun is the grand central sun, which our sun circles around. It is on the right side of the grand central sun, which is a 5-dimensional and beyond being portal that is literally divine. It's literally interconnected. All right, let's keep going. So the physical spectrum, there's X-rays and there's cosmic rays and there's ultraviolet rays and all these things, okay? Then there's infrared and there's red light therapy, infrared sauna, there's, different frequencies. The lower frequencies are slower frequencies. The higher frequencies are more frequent frequencies. They're more like this, okay? And so things happen for them easier. Things happen for us easier. Things happen for these beings easier, okay? And quicker. You receive the manifestation quicker. We receive the manifestation quicker.